How does Bad Bunny charm a woman? Let's find out with the lyric to Ojitos Lindos.
Hace tiempo que no agarro a nadie de la mano.
Agaro comes from the verb agarrar, meaning to grab or grasp. Agaro is conjugated in the present indicative. Yo agarro, I hold. Let's see another example. Yo agarro la palanca al conducir. I hold the gear shift when I drive. Agarro can also mean to understand something or catch something's meaning. For example, casi no agarro lo que el profesor estaba explicando. I almost didn't catch what the teacher was explaining.
Hace tiempo que no envío buenos días, te amo.
Hace tiempo means a while back, some time ago, or in this case, in a while. It is a term used to imply time has passed since you last did something. In this case, it's texting someone, good morning, I love you. Envío comes from the verb enviar, meaning to send. This word applies both to physical things that you send, like packages, or figurative things, like texts or sentiments. For example, te envío cartas todos los días. I send you letters every day. Another example would be, te envío un video que me gustó mucho. I'll send you a video I really liked. And if that is the case and you're enjoying our video, make sure to give us a comment.
Pero tú me tienes enredado, me envolví.
Enredado is an informal way to say enredado, tangled up. Enredao is a common pronunciation in urban music and Puerto Rican accent. As he is trying to emphasize his accent, he drops enredado's final D. Let's see another example. Estoy enamorado. Estoy enamorado. I am in love. Me envolví means I am robbed. He's trying to say that he is entangled with her and deeply involved with what is going on between them.
Iba por mi camino y me perdí.
Camino means way. It is a beautiful word that can literally mean a road or a path you're following, or it can also refer to your fate and your destiny. For example, suerte que te encontré en mi camino. I am lucky I found you on my way.
Y mi mirada cambió cuando tus ojos vi.
If we look up Cambió on FluentU, a handy app for learning English with authentic videos, we can see that cambió is a verb in preterite that means to change. Let's see some more examples on FluentU.
Y de pronto todo esto cambió.
In this part of the lyrics, Bad Bunny is saying that his gaze completely changed when he met her. Mi mirada cambió. Cambiar is one of the most used verbs in Spanish, and you will hear it a lot in daily conversations. Another example of how this verb is used could be, mi forma de aprender cambió cuando comencé a ver videos del mundo real. My way of learning changed when I started watching real-world videos. You may have felt that way because with authentic videos, you learn real-world Spanish that us native speakers actually use. YouTube and Netflix are good resources to do this, but it's easy to get lost because the subtitles are completely unreliable and you waste a lot of time looking up the correct definition. But if you watch authentic Spanish videos on FluentU, an app for learning real-world Spanish, and come across a word you don't know, like cambiar, all you need to do is click on the interactive subtitles to see context-specific definitions created by language experts. There are also personalized quizzes and speaking questions to test what you learn, including pronunciation. You can get a 2-week free trial by clicking on the link in the description below. Plus, FluentU is actually running a great sale, so there's literally no better timing. In this line, Bad Bunny is using a vulgar way to refer to other girls and then mentioning that he didn't even say goodbye to them. Ni me despedí. The word ni is a negative conjunction that can be used on its own or paired with another word like siquiera, not even. In this case, even though it is used on its own, it also means ni siquiera, not even. Bad Bunny is saying he didn't even say goodbye to the other girls. Ni me despedí. Busqué comes from the verb buscar, meaning to look or search for something. It is conjugated in the past tense singular yo. Yo busqué. I looked. He is saying that he wasn't even searching or looking for her. You don't need to buscar for these words either, as we've made you a free PDF of all the vocabulary we've learned today. You can get it by downloading it in the link in the description below this video. If you have seen our video on Maluma and Shakira's Chantaje, you will know that it's quite common to drop the last letter S from words when speaking colloquially. This is graphically represented with an apostrophe replacing the S. Chocamos means we crashed. It comes from the verb chocar, meaning to crash. In this case, it is conjugated in the indicative plural we. Nosotros chocamos. Trayecto means distance or journey. In this case, it more accurately means journey, as Bad Bunny is saying that they crashed on their way. Es la que yo conecto means is what I connect with. He is referring to her soul and saying that that is what he really connects with. Yo conecto.
Tranquila, no tiene que ser perfecto, no.
Tranquila means calm or tranquil. It can be both an adjective, ella es una persona tranquila, or a verb, tranquilízate. In this case, it functions just as you would say in English, relax, tranquila. He is telling her to relax and stop trying to make things perfect.
Aquí no existe el pecado.
Pecado means sin. It is a noun that you will hear in religious gatherings, conversations, or environments. Be careful not to confuse it with the similar word pescado. The only difference is an S, but the meaning could not differ more. While pecado is sin, pescado means fish. Yeah, definitely not close in meaning.
Y equivocarse es bonito.
Equivocarse comes from the verb equivocar, which means to make a mistake. Since Bad Bunny is referring to the general act of making a mistake and not specifying time or people, he adds the ending se, equivocarse.
Los errores son placeres.
We have talked about informal pronunciation before, and here we have two more examples. Errore, which is actually errores, once again loses the S at the end to sound more familiar and urban. Errores are errors or mistakes. Placere is also a word that loses the S at the end, making it actually placeres. Placeres are pleasures. But Bunny is saying that errors are also pleasures, completing his previous idea that making mistakes is beautiful.
Igual que todo tu besito.
To is also a shortened version of todos. You'll never forget what an apostrophe means at the end of a shortened word in Spanish after this video. Todos means all of them or everyone. In this case, he is referring to all her kisses, besitos. Instead of saying besitos though, he uses besito, a shortened version again. He is also using the diminutive form of beso, kiss, besitos. The diminutive form, which constitutes of the termination ito or ita, shows that something is really cute. So when he says, los errores son placeres, igual que todos tus besitos, he is saying that mistakes are pleasures, just like all her little kisses. Cute!
Y solo mírame. Con ese ojito lindo.
Mírame comes from mirar, the verb meaning to look. Mira plus the termination me means look at me. Mírame. Ojitos is the diminutive form of ojos, meaning eyes. The diminutive implies that he is talking about her eyes as something really cute. The same thing happens with lindo, which is usually pronounced lindos, meaning pretty. So, ojitos lindos means pretty eyes. Con eso means with that. He is referring to a previous line where he asked her to look at him with her pretty eyes. Con means with. Eso means that, and in this case, it is used to refer to something previously explained. Eso is used only to refer to masculine objects, unlike ese and esa, which can be used both for objects and people. Pay close attention to context. Overall, Bad Bunny is telling her that with her staring into his eyes, he feels everything is fine. Con eso yo estoy bien. He means to say he needs nothing else. Hoy means today. He vuelto means I'm back or I've come back. In this case, he adds a nacer, to born. So we know he is being born again. He vuelto is conjugated in the past perfect tense, also called the pluperfect. It's a verb tense used to talk about actions that were completed before some point in the past. For example, he corrido mucho últimamente. I've been running a lot lately. Now, check out this video featuring Shakira and Bizarrap, where you'll find out what caused Shakira's famous breakup while we keep learning some more Spanish.